Season 3 is about to begin, and after finishing 12th in the Premier League last season, I believe we are still on course to achieve our goals. It has also been a busy and productive transfer window, and I think we have made some very good signings, improving the squad in a number of areas. Now all we need to do is produce the results on the pitch this season. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Middlesbrough Part 10 Season 3, and I do believe that at the moment we are still on course to achieve our goals of taking Middlesbrough to the highest ever position that they have been in the Premier League, and that currently stands at 7th. Our job within the next season or two is to take them to above 7th in the Premier League. And after last season's very successful season in which we finished 12th, I do feel that we've had a good transfer window, and I feel optimistic that we will continue to develop this Middlesbrough team and continue to take them towards their goals. And today we will be playing our opening 2 fixtures of the new campaign. We will be at home to Southampton, and then we will be away at Manchester United. And the Manchester United game, I'm pretty sure, will tell us if we have improved at all, because last season the big teams in the league were putting us away without any problems at all. I'd like to think that we've seen the back of these 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 defeats, and that this season we are going to compete a lot better. Tactically, we are going to play exactly the same way as we did last season, and therefore in the transfer window we have tried to source players who fit the system rather than just bringing in players who are good players. We don't want to change the way we play. Players have to play for us. But before we go into news of the transfer window, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow, help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. And while we are on that, we have had a recent donation to the Just Giving page from an anonymous donor, and I want to say a great big thank you to whoever that was. It is very much appreciated. And if you do have a mind to make a donation, I have left a link to the Just Giving page in the description below. It doesn't have to be a huge donation, even £1 or £2 will help, so I will leave that link in the description below. Many thanks to the person who donated that recent donation. We were given £46 million to play with in the transfer window, but the wage budget had pretty much remained the same. So we've had to do some little adjustments as we've gone through this transfer window. And so the amount of players might be surprising that have come in. We've had to adjust the wage budget a huge amount. We haven't sold many players, which is quite unusual. But then we did have a very small squad at the end of the season of just 21 players. A number of players also left at the end of contract. So it was kind of bringing in additional players rather than getting rid of players and trying to replace them. We have brought in a number of players, however, but we've had a couple of difficulties selling a couple of players. Matt Clark, for one, I've had to bring his price down so far that it's hardly worth getting rid of him now, but I do need to have the wage budget. But it is possible that I might choose to keep him. The other one that I'm trying to sell is Anthony Dicksteele. He is a good fullback, but I'm kind of overloaded a little bit at right fullback, and so I'm trying to sell him. He has a transfer value of 11.75 million, but there is no interest in him. It is a case of finding it very difficult to offload players. So no players have gone out in the transfer window. And if we look at the players that have come in, there have been a number of players that have come in. And the first one to come in was Moussa Niakate. He came in from Everton for £6.5 million. He is a central defender. Now, he's not going to play as a ball-playing defender, but he is a very good player. Unfortunately, Everton were relegated at the end of last season. I picked him up for a song, really, at £6.5 million. I think he's a very good player, and he's got great mentals and physicals, and his technicals are not bad for a central defender either. He can also cover as left back if necessary. I think as a first signing of the season, I think he was a very good signing. He's 28 years old, unlikely to develop anymore, but I want a central defender who will add a little bit of solidity at the back of this team. And then we brought in Xavi Manquillo from Newcastle for £1.9 million. We know about him. He was with us on loan with an option to buy. We decided that we wanted to buy him. It was cheap enough. And so as a 30-year-old now, he is very good cover for us at right back. And can also play at left back. So I think he is a decent player. He's got very good mentals. His technicals are not bad. He can cross the ball. I think he's a good acquisition for the squad. And then we brought in Brandon Williams from Manchester United on a free. I, of course, wanted to improve at right and left back. I've got a number of players now who can play in both positions, and I think he's a very good player. He's 23 years old now. He has decent mentals, which is what I always look for at this stage in a career. He has very good physicals, and he's got lots of pace that we can use on that left-hand side. He can cross the ball, and I think he has good technique. He's able to mark and tackle. I think he's a very useful acquisition on that left-hand side. Next to come in was Charles Pickle. He came in from Cremonese. He came in for £2.5 million. He is a midfielder. He's not the greatest midfielder in the world, but he fits what we want to do. He has good mentals. He's very physical with good stamina, can run up and down the pitch, and this is what I need him to do. He's very good at marking and has a very good tackle on him, and that is an essential part of that role in midfield. We are only playing two in midfield, and I expect these two boys to be able to win the ball for us. And so I think he is a very good signing. And then next come in, after the problems that I had with my goalkeeper, I've brought in Luis Junior. He's come in from Famalicão for £7 million from Portugal. I think he's a very, very good goalkeeper. He certainly has the attributes that I'm looking for in a sweeper keeper. He's also... And as we play narrow and force opposition outside, he's also very good in the air. Next to come in is Ivan Azon. He's a striker. He's come in from Zaragoza for £8 million. I like him. He looks like he's got very good mentals. He's a very physical player. He's 6 foot and he has very good technical ability. I think he could go on and become a very good player for this team. He plays mostly as a pressing forward, and that is fine because the way we play, we can utilise a pressing forward or an advanced forward. He doesn't have massive pace, but can play equally as well either as a pressing forward or an advanced forward. I think he's a very good signing, someone that I've not come across before, and I think he'll do very well for us this season. And then our final signing of the season, we really did need to strengthen in midfield, and we've brought in Emil Bohinen very recently from Salernitana for £4 million. I think he's a bargain. He looks like a very good player to me. He can pass and do this role that we need him to do, as he can tackle. He is a very, very composed individual. He is a perfectionist and he can pass a ball. He has good vision and flair. However, whilst he can tackle, he doesn't have the marking skills that I need, and so he is going to be a little bit of a worry in terms of whether he can take the midfield out. But I brought him in because he has an ability to win the ball, and that's the primary focus that I need him to do. And with his ability to win the ball and his passing, his creative ability, I think he is an absolutely brilliant signing. We are still looking for one more player, and he is Daniel Ruiz, and he is a very, very decent player, and he fits everything that we are looking for in our final signing. He can play across this line here in midfield, in attacking midfield, and we desperately need to have more players who can play in these positions. He just fits the bill. He has all the attributes that I'm looking for. He plays in the positions that we are looking for. The problem that we have with him is that he is not likely to make his decision until towards the end of his contract, which will be at the end of December this year. And he is also wanted by Manchester City. And so I don't feel very optimistic, even though he is extremely keen on joining us. I believe that Manchester City would be a better option for him. And so we do still have a little bit of money left. We have 8 million left, but our wage budget is not as good as what we want. So in theory, we have about 4 million left. I have to make a decision. Do I want to bring in another player player like Ruiz, or do I want to wait and fight it out with Manchester City towards the end of his contract in December? I'm leaning more towards still trying to source a player who can play across that line in the attacking midfield. And hopefully we'll find someone that fits the bill within our budget. And that will solve the problem before this transfer window ends. Now it is time to go and get ready for our first game of the season against Southampton. I will go and get the team prepared. We will see you very soon. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today in our opening game of the season is Junior in goal, with Tuanzebe, Fry, Nketiah, Duarte at the back. Hackney, Pickle and Jones in midfield, with Asprilla, Akpom and Arezzo up front. We have Azon on the bench, we have Bohinen on the bench. They are recent acquisitions, not fully familiar with how we play yet. We have to ease them in gently. And we are going to start today with the low block. And I think it's very important that we take advantage of our home form, and I think I don't want to go a goal behind early on. We do have alternatives if things are not working out later on, and so hopefully we'll get off to a good start today against Southampton. Southampton predicted to finish in 15th, and we are predicted to finish in 18th. The media do not have much faith in the improvements that we've made, but hopefully we will go out there today, do a good job and prove the media wrong. But at the moment it's a very, very slow start. Nothing is happening. We are defending well and keeping hold of the ball and not really threatening though, but the same could be said for Southampton. They really aren't threatening at the moment, but we do have a highlight here, and here's Tuanzebe. Tuanzebe, he finds Akpom. Akpom back to Tuanzebe. Decided to leave out our new acquisitions mostly because they haven't had the time playing with the team over the pre-season. Pickle came in very early. He should be accustomed to how we play. That's a nice pass looking for Akpom. He can't get on the end of it. It finds its way out to Jones. Jones looking to get a cross in. He can't. Hackney has a man free, and there's a chance, and it's deflected onto the crossbar, and it remains 0-0. That was a big chance, but we do have another highlight. We are looking like we are the better team at the moment, and we need to put Southampton away with Manchester United to follow. This would be a big victory to get the 3 points on the board today, and Asprilla is in, and Asprilla scored. Deservedly, we have gone a goal ahead. What a lovely pass. I'm not quite sure who that was that fed him in. It might have been Pickle, but what a lovely pass, and what a strike by Asprilla. He really put his foot through that. Hackney found Fry with a pass to Pickle. It was Pickle. What a delightful ball. And there was Asprilla to bury that. It's now Middlesbrough 1, Southampton 0. Good idea to play the low block, I think. Southampton have been kept at bay. We are doing very well, not creating too much, but we have created the most important thing of the game, and that is the goal. And Pickle, who doesn't have outstanding attributes, but he's a very solid player in terms of his mentals. We do have a free kick, which Duarte takes and hits the crossbar, goes out for a goal kick. We are the better team here, clearly. I do have to keep an eye on the fact that we're not getting shots on target. Southampton are much more in the game than I would like them to be, and they are capable of getting a point here, and that's why I went into the low block. I don't want them to go away with a point. At half-time, though, it's Middlesbrough 1, Southampton 0. And I think possibly, yes, we do need more possession. And so I'm going to say we need more possession. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to help them out a little bit. And what we will do is we will reduce the possession, and we probably time waste a little bit, just try to keep hold of the ball a little bit better. And we need to make a good start. Arezzo's not having the greatest of games, so we might be seeing Azon very, very shortly. I want to up this possession figure a little bit, which it is doing just by going a little bit shorter possession. We have started to bring that back into our favour. Still not as much possession as I would like. I think now, though, time to go and make a few changes. And so we have made our changes, and we have given debuts to Ivan up front and Bohinen. He has come on in the DLP role. Hopefully we just want to hold on to this 1-0 now. The game is petering out. We have, I think, edged the game. I just want to make sure that we just edge it now, that we don't do anything silly. We don't give a goal away. And so far, so good. We do have a highlight. And here is Jones. Jones. He's got a man free on the right wing, and he's not looking for him. I have told him to time waste a little bit. And he finds Ivan. Ivan back to Jones. Jones to Ivan. Ivan into the box. He can't get his cross away. And it's come out. It comes back to Asprilla, who hits the post. I think that's the third time we've hit the woodwork. And I hope FM sort that out. Teams do not hit the woodwork as much as teams in FM. In real life, you're very lucky if you hit the woodwork once every 3 games. But here you seem to hit the woodwork 4 or 5 times a game. There is going to be a final highlight in the dying minute, and Southampton are going to look to bring it forward. I don't want to give a goal away at this point. That's a lovely tackle from Pickle. That's why those boys are in the midfield. That's a lovely pass, and Ivan is in, and Ivan's hit the post. Now we've hit the woodwork 4 times today, and if Southampton get back into this game, I'll feel very cheated, as Ward Prowse is looking to get Southampton forward. That's a lovely header from Fry. Fry finds Jones. Jones is taken out. This should be end of match. And hopefully now we'll just get the free kick into the box. We'll see the game out. We'll take the 3 points from this. It's very much a new squad. And we haven't played as well as I would have liked to have played, but Southampton, let's not forget, are a very good team. As Duarte puts the ball into the penalty area, finds Lenihan, and Lenihan's header goes over the crossbar. That is full time, the final kick of the game, and we have beaten Southampton by 1-0. What a good start. And well done, lads, but we need to perform better is what I'm going to tell them. That's a good start. We are in 6th currently in the Premier League. It means nothing at this point in time. What's really important is that we got the 3 points. And we do have to negotiate a contract with Ruiz. He is very interested in joining us, and what I'm seeing is he has less interest in joining Manchester City. I need to go and do that. Then I need to go and get the team ready for the game against Manchester United. We will be right back before the kickoff. And so the team for today is Luis Junior in goal, with Manquillo, Fry, Niakate and Williams at the back, making his full debut. Bohinen and Hackney in midfield. Bohinen making his first start. On the right wing is Jones, Asprilla, Akpom and Azon will play up front. Azon, I've decided to play instead of Arezzo. I wasn't particularly impressed by Arezzo last time out, and so Azon needs to get his chance. Nobody expects us to get a result. Go out there, enjoy your football, take the game to Manchester United and have a good time. And we are going to start with a low block, but I don't want to be too afraid of Manchester United. I just want to gauge how dangerous they are. I know Marcus Rashford is going to be a nightmare, and he always is in FM when I play against Manchester United. He's always causing nightmares. Asprilla with a free kick that's well saved, and we've had the first opportunity. I think we will start the first half in the low block and then possibly take the game to Manchester United in the second half. That would be the game plan. Here's a chance. It's headed back out. It comes out to Hackney. Hackney into the box. There's a little flick. Can we get on the end of the ball? And it's just over the crossbar. It's still Middlesbrough 0, Manchester United 0. We've had the first highlight. We are coming into the game a little bit more. We are on course in terms of shots on target. Manchester United are having more opportunities but not getting their shots on target. I would be worried if I was the manager of Manchester United. None of the shots are on target, and that's not a very good sign in FM. So I would be concerned if I was the manager of Manchester United. But I'm not, and I'm the manager of Middlesbrough, and I'm fairly confident at this point as Bohinen. But unfortunately, we've been robbed. Casemiro much stronger in the tackle. And here is Mr. Nightmare of FM himself. He's pretty much the same as Haaland. He always scores against me. There's Rashford with a shot. It's 1-0. And that is how it goes in FM. Totally out of nothing against the run of play. And that is Marcus Rashford in FM. And I don't know how the game is coded, but it's just to tell me that we're not good enough yet. And he is not that good a player, unfortunately. And Unfortunately, though, that's the way it is in this game. We just have to accept it. It is now Middlesbrough nil, Manchester United 1. We've been the better team, and we've been beaten on the day. Here is Jones. Jones is robbed as well. I think I need to tell them to get stuck in. They're just letting Manchester United take the ball as Manchester United look to come forward again. And they are looking like a better team. And we've just gone, we're making silly errors here. And here's Rashford again. And it's always going to be Rashford. Nobody else has got a chance of scoring in this game, because whenever I play Manchester United, this is how it is. They've had 6 shots and only 1 on target, and they've scored with it. And I'm going to make a change here before half time. I'm going to go to the high press now. We're going to go at them. And maybe we've been letting them have too much space. But let's go to the high press, see if we can't take the game to them. They are having more opportunities, but their shots on target ratio is terrible. And we should be in front given. And we have to say, come on, boys. You weren't that bad, but I believe you can still improve. And I really want them to do better. Lewis Jr., it's demotivated. I don't know why. He needs to get his act together. And I'm going to shout at him and tell him to focus, just to fire him up a little bit. And I'm not quite sure why he's got the moodies, but we do have a highlight. I'm really distressed that it's always Rashford, and I'd like it, FM, if you could have someone else from Manchester United score against me, if you could have someone else from Manchester City score against me. And what a chance, and we are back in the game, and Ivan has made it 1-1. Up yours, Rashford. We are back, and we have a superior shots on target ratio, and I am really being serious, though, about that. Haaland always gets 2 against me. Rashford always gets 1 or 2 against me. And it's I don't know why it's coded like this. Anybody can score from Manchester United. So it doesn't have to be Rashford. It doesn't have to be Haaland. And I'm not quite sure what the game is telling me when it does this. But at the moment, we are back in the game. It's Middlesbrough 1, Manchester United 1. I think I probably need to go and make some changes now. And so I have made my changes, and obviously taking the game to United has paid off. And perhaps we shouldn't be afraid of these bigger teams this season. We've got a much better shots on target ratio than Manchester United, despite the fact that Rashford scored with his only opportunity. And we still are the better team in this game. United are tiring, but I suspect that we're not going to be let off this easy as they look to bring it forward. But we have won the ball. Nicely done. Can we keep hold of it? United are going to have a player sent off. Ivan was fouled, and Paulista for Manchester United has been sent off. We're going to stay doing what we're doing. Can we get a winner here? It would be justice. We've been the better team, and we do have a throw with just a couple of minutes left. Can we beat Manchester United? Force is on the ball. He should be fresh. Looks for support. He finds Niakate. Niakate finds Pickle. Pickle to Hackney. Jones into the middle, and Ivan has made it 2-1. The referee is going to check for offside. I have a funny feeling he might be given offside. We are not going to surely beat Manchester United. I think it might be offside. It was offside. It has been disallowed. That's quite sad. I'm going to go attacking for the last couple of minutes. This will be a signal to these teams like Manchester United that we are prepared to attack. Ivan almost getting a goal there to make it 2-1. It's not going to be. We're going to have to be happy with a point here. But a point against Manchester United, given what was happening last season, and I'm fairly happy with that, and I'm fairly happy with the team and the chances they created. We are up to 7th at the end of this episode, and it's been a good episode. We've picked up 4 points out of 6. We have a busy schedule to come. We have had our offer accepted by Ruiz, so he is planning, I hope, to move at the end of December. So all we have to do is survive until December with the players that we have. I still have money I can upgrade the squad with, and who knows, we may well bring other players in. I'm going to come back probably around about the end of September, and we'll come back possibly for Bournemouth and Brighton. We'll see what's been happening at that point. And that's it for this episode. If you are a brand new visitor and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then why not subscribe, like, watch and comment. Help the channel to grow. Help us to support the good work of the British Heart Foundation. I am a fairly happy manager at the moment. We've got a very good result against Manchester United, despite the presence of Rashford. We've beaten Southampton. It's been a good start. Can we keep it going? We will let you know when we come back in the next episode. All that remains to be said now is take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.